Uh, sorry. It is high time is the last idiom or phrase that we discussed yesterday, if I'm not wrong. It is high time. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next phrase, or next idiom for our discussion is very interesting. Zip your lip. I repeat, zip your lip. We all know how to zip a bag. So when you pack something, you zip the bag and you carry the baggage or luggage. In the same fashion, in the same manner, zipping your lip is to keep your big mouth shut or keep your mouth shut. Okay, so the meaning of zip your lip is be quiet, close your mouth and be quiet. So probably in the classrooms also we can use this phrase or idiom, zip your lips, right? So remember this in the classrooms when you actually make noise. Okay, all right. Next one, an armchair critique. An armchair critique, the person who knows about a subject only by reading or hearing about it. Armchair critic. For example, this reminds me of one excellent, comments that are made by a person who doesn't play cricket actually in the stadium in front of 5,000 spectators or 10,000 spectators. He just, he is an armchair critic. He sits there in front of the television with a packet of chips. We also call him as a couch potato. Write down this another phrase or expression. I'm sure I have used this in the classroom. I remember using this in the classroom. Couch potato, C-O-U-C-H, couch space potato. A couch potato is somebody who doesn't work hard, okay, who is idle most of the time, who sits in front of the TV by eating a bag of chips or a packet of chips, and who grows to the size of a potato by sitting in the sofa or lounge. So couch is one American expression, and armchair critic is a person who just criticizes. He doesn't actually play the game or play this cricket game, but he just criticizes everybody. He should have played the ball in this manner. He should have hit it in this way. Straight drive, he should have gone for straight drive. He should have gone for off drive, on drive. Did you play that? Do you know how to play that in an international stadium in front of 5,000?
Commenting.
Just commenting, that's all. So these people who criticizes all the time, who throw stones unnecessarily, they don't know the actual performance because they don't play it. They just criticize people. So an armchair critic is such a kind of person. We need not bother much about these armchair critics. A person who knows about a subject only by reading or hearing about it. For example, he knows about cricket only by reading it in the books or by watching cricket matches. Did he play a cricket match? Does he bat in front of 5,000 spectators? Does he bowl in front of 5,000 spectators? Does he field in front of them? Does he know what that pressure is? What are the rules of that format? Nothing. An armchair critic. So most of us also, we also do this. See, he should have played it this way. He should not have played it this way. See, because he played it this way, he got out and India has lost the match. Yeah. These kinds of critics are always there. Armchair critics. So criticizing in such a fashion is very easy, but actually playing it, actually performing it is very, very difficult. Right. So back to square one. Back to square one. What's the meaning of back to square one? What is the meaning of that? Back to the starting point with no progress made. Imagine after the end of all these online classes, you tell the teacher, sir, I did not understand what all the classes that you taught me every day. What is the progress of the student? Back to square one. That means he was present in the class, but for reasons unknown, maybe poor internet connection or power problems, or because of his lack of concentration, interest, or dedication, CID. I always say this in the classroom too. So he did not understand. He did not focus on the classes. So for him, the situation is back to square one. He has attended all the classes, but what is the use of that? He did not understand it. There is no use in simply So that's where teachers most of the time say, don't be a body present, mind absent student in the classroom. There is no use if just the body present and mind is absent. Your focus, your concentration, your interest, your dedication, everything should be there in the classroom. You should be attentive, you should be alert, brisk, sharp, whatsoever. Right. Okay. My next phrase or idiom for our discussion is bend over backwards to do something. Bending over backwards to do something. Make every effort, especially to be fair or helpful. So just imagine you are standing and you want to bend over backwards, in a kind of U shape or U fashion. Can you completely bend it backwards? Some of them do that. Who are slim and trim, who are fitness enthusiasts, fitness freaks. New word for all of you. Please write down. This word is from Hindu newspaper straight. Fitness freaks or fitness enthusiasts. Please make a note, everybody. Enthusiast, spelling ENTHUSIAST, enthusiast. Or freak, fitness freak, FREAK, freak. Who are these fitness freaks or fitness enthusiasts? People who love to be fit physically. And there is one wonderful quotation that says, healthy mind in healthy body. So you have a healthy body, naturally you can expect a healthy mind. Imagine you have a sickly body. Imagine you are sick and ill and down all the time. You are unwell all the time. Unwell is another new word for all of you. Sick we know, ill we know, indisposed we know, slight sickness or illness. But unwell, he's unwell today. He's down with fever. He's down with cough and cold, right? So these are new expressions that you should be knowing and understanding. All right, you see, this is the biggest advantage in our labs. The power goes off, but still the computers are on, the connection is on. So you can see me still on, okay? Because we have UPS. Yesterday we learned this phrase or expression. We have this backup of generators. So that's a wonderful thing about our, labs in IARE. Thanks to the efforts of all the, administrators and the technicians. Great. Now, so back to square one, we have seen bending over backwards to do something, making every effort, especially to be fair or helpful. In order to meet the expectations of the inspection committee, the faculty in our college are bending over backwards to do something. Write down this example. In order to meet the expectations of the inspection committee, the faculty are bending over backwards to do something. That means they are making every effort, especially to be helpful, to be fair, to present themselves, to perform well in front of the inspection committee. So that is called bending over backwards. I'm reminded of another beautiful phrase or expression here, that is running from pillar to post. Please write down this phrase or expression. Running from pillar to post. What is the meaning of running from pillar to post? The meaning of this is he wants to get a job in one of the MNCs. So he's running from pillar to post to learn new software languages. He wants to get a job in one of the MNCs, MNCs meaning multinational companies. Therefore, hence, he's running from pillar to post in Amirpet to learn the latest software languages. I hope my examples are clear to everybody. I hope you're all writing them. Do you have any problems so far? Anybody in the classroom, in the Zoom room? Anybody?
No, sir.
Is everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Who is talking to me now?
Sir, Sudhindra.
Sudhendra. See, Sudhendra will not have any problems, but I am talking about, the others who are present in the class.
No problem, sir.
Kushal also is a different guy, so I am bothered more about backbenchers. There is a hotel by name Backbenchers in Gandimaisama. So while going by bus, I generally see that hotel, Backbenchers. And the spelling of the backbenchers is last S is not yes, it is Z. Okay, so my focus, my attention is on backbenchers, not on front benchers. Front benchers, however, they will understand. There is no problem about it. I'm trying to see. Do we have Sriram in the class? Sriram, Sai Karthika, somebody, Sai Tej or somebody. Do we have who is that? Adeep and who is the other fellow? So are they present in the class? Anyways, okay, great. All right. Yeah, running from pillar to post, the meaning is that. Right, next one. With bated breath, with very anxiously or excitedly, bated breath. Imagine you are all, you are trying to send 1 lakh rupees to one of your friends online. Until you receive a message saying the 1 lakh rupees has been successfully sent, you'll be waiting with bated breath. Yes or no? Do you agree with me or not? You are transferring 1 lakh rupees electronically to one of your cousins online, and until you receive a confirmation that the 1 lakh rupees has been transferred successfully electronically online, you will wait with bated breath, meaning with a lot of anxiety and with a lot of excitement you will wait there. What is the meaning of anxiety or anxiousness? Uneasiness or worried nature. I've already told you the meaning of anxiety according to Oxford Mini Dictionary. The meaning is uneasiness or worried nature. That is called anxiety. So until the money is transferred successfully online, until the money is transferred electronically online, you will wait with bated breath. 121. Who is 121? 120.
Rohini.
Oh, okay. Rohini, right. Next
Sir,
one.
can I give another example?
Sudhendra.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Proceed.
Sir,
Go
in
on.
2011 World Cup, the final moment when Dhoni was hitting six, we are waiting with bated breath to win the World Cup.
Excellent. Wonderful example. So when it was 1 ball 6 runs for Dhoni in the World Cup final match, all of us were waiting with bated breath. That means we were waiting with a lot of anxiety and excitement whether this man will be able to hit the ball or not hit the ball. Will India win the match or lose the match? A lot of anxiety, a lot of excitement. It is also called as nerve-breaking tension. What tension?
Breaking tension.
Nerve-breaking tension. In pure Telugu, you call it as naralu tege tension. For your easy understanding, I'm giving it nerve-breaking tension. Right, okay. Next phrase or idiom. Footing the bill. Meaning being responsible for paying for something. Being responsible for paying for something. Imagine 10 of your friends went to a restaurant. You don't call it as a restaurant as you write it in Telugu. You call it as restaurant. Say it with me. Somebody say it with me in the group. Restaurant. Rohini, say it with me. Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yeah, it is not restaurant. It is restaurant. So imagine 10 of your friends went to a hotel or restaurant and you had a wonderful sumptuous meal. Sumptuous, new word for all of you. Write down new word. Vocabulary boosters for all of you. S-U-M-P-T-U-O-U-S. Sumptuous. S-U-M-P-T-O-U-S. Sumptuous. Sumptuous meal meaning, highly satisfactory meal or very satisfactory meal is sumptuous meal. Imagine you had a stomach full of meal in the as lunch or dinner, and you have excellent feeling of that relishment. Then you call it a sumptuous meal. delicious meal, mouth-watering meal, finger-licking meal, lip-smacking meal. How many meals did I give just now? Finger-licking, mouth-watering, lip-smacking. Write down all these three phrases or expressions. What is the meaning of finger-licking? When you like the meal, you lick your fingers and you say, wow, it's so tasty. Then second one is lip smacking. When do you smack your lips? When something is very,
Very tasty.
very tasty, then you say, is what you say. You know, that's called lip smacking. So finger licking, lip smacking. Then the third one is mouth watering. Mouth watering. When do you have this mouth watering experience? Imagine suddenly in the classroom, I talk about, see, yesterday night I had this yellow colored, round, very tasty, okay, ghee sweet, which is so tasty, which melted in my mouth. Okay, and I go on describing it. Don't you have this, mouth-watering experience, students, mechanical and civil?
Exactly.
I don't call it anything. I just simply go on describing it. You know, yesterday night, my father brought it from one of the famous sweet stalls, almond sweet shop. And the sweet is, round in shape, yellow in color, very soft and smooth. And when I, tasted it, when I ate it, it melted in my mouth. And the smell was so, tempting. It was irresistible. I can't explain. I can't describe the taste of it. How do you feel? What do you feel when I describe all this? You
Same
feel,
feeling, sir.
huh?
Same feeling, sir.
Same feeling. Meaning, we all know that this man is describing laddu. In our typical Telugu, this man is describing laddu. So I don't call it as laddu, and I go on describing it. What do you have? Finger licking experience, mouth watering experience, lip smacking experience. Right. Anyways, because we are talking about restaurant, I brought in all these phrases and expressions here. TLEs. What is the full form of TLEs? What is the full form of
Language expression.
target language expressions? What is our target language? What is our target language? English is our target language. Right. That is our targeted language. Anyways. So 10 of you had a sumptuous meal in the restaurant. Then after finishing the meal, now you are, we generally see this comedy also in movies. And somebody said, I will pay, but he'll never take the card out or money out. And the restaurant says, hey, no, I will pay. You don't. Who will foot the bill is the question. Who will foot the bill? That means who will
You will
pay
take
the
out Aadhaar card, sir.
He will take, he will take out Aadhaar card, he will take out PAN card, he will take, but he will not take out the SBI card. Whether
Debit or credit card.
Debit or credit card will not be taken out, but all the other cards will be coming out actually. No, I'll pay, you don't pay, you don't. Nobody pays it. All the 10 of them, and the waiter is waiting there for the bill to be paid. They had
Other than
excellent.
record, all cards will be given out.
So except debit card or credit card, all the other cards will come out there. They will pop up there. So that is called as footing the bill, nothing but paying the bill. I also remember one of the jokes in another movies. The comedian who sits beside the hero asks him, people said this is a 5-star hotel, but I don't see any stars here in this hotel. He asks him. Then the hero tells the comedian, wait, after we finish our dinner, then we will see the stars when we foot the bill actually.
Bill comes.
Yeah, when we foot the bill, that means when we pay the bill, then we can see not 5 stars, we can definitely see 10 stars here. Right? So that is another very situational or contextual joke that I would like to, bring in here for our discussion. Anyways, so I hope you have written all these examples, figurative meanings of these idioms and phrases. I'm sure you're all enjoying it. Joyful way of learning or playful way of learning. I'm sure everybody is contributing very actively, vibrantly. Okay, I'm very happy about that. Shall I go to the next slide with your permission, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Right. The next one for our discussion is, right, thank you. The next one for our discussion is bite the dust. Bite the dust. Are these phrases and expressions interesting or boring? Idioms and phrases. Yeah, and this is one of the best ways of developing your vocabulary. And this is one of the best ways of developing your confidence and fluency, accuracy, command in spoken and written communication. Remember, these phrases and expressions will not only be useful for your spoken communication, Huh? They will not only be
Authorities.
authority, exactly. They will not only be useful for your spoken communication, but also useful for your written communication. Most importantly, tomorrow when you write your examinations, when you do your project presentations, when you do your emails, when you do your report writings, in all these areas, that is situationally we should use this figurative language. This is all figurative language. In pure Telugu, they call it as Alankara Prayamaina Bhasha. What do they call it?
Alankara Prayamana Bhasha.
Alankara Prayamaina Bhasha.
Exactly. Fine. So let me go to the next phrase or expression for our discussion today. That is bite the dust. That is be killed or fail. Be killed or failing in our attempt. That's called biting the dust. In Telugu also you have a similar phrase or expression, idiom. Can someone tell me that exactly same Telugu alternative that you have in this? Matti karipinchadamu is what they say in pure Telugu. You see, Indian players, because we generally love any sort of example between India and Pakistan cricket match. That's the reason let me take that as an example. Indian batsmen have made the Pakistani bowlers bite the dust. I repeat, probably Pakistan also gives these kinds of examples. I don't know. Maybe their teachers and their students also take these examples. I'm not hating anybody.
In their BTech colleges.
Maybe in their BTech colleges in Pakistan, maybe. I'm not hating anybody. I'm just giving it as a sort of example. That's nothing else. We are not hating anybody. All are our brothers and sisters. We are not hating anybody. Just for our example, we are taking that. Because India-Pakistan matches are usually very thrilling, very excited, very, generally that. So in the match that was conducted between India and Pakistan, Indian batsmen made the Pakistani bowlers bite the dust, meaning they made him fail in their attempt, and they hit the ball for 6s and 4s in the match. Right.
Indian Pakistan matches also we can see, sir, narrow breaking.
Exactly. No breaking tension is usually used in newspapers, especially when we have India and Pakistan matches. Right. Shall I go to the next example, next phrase or expression, with your permission, everybody? Right. Bite off more than what you can chew. Bite off more than what you can chew. What's the meaning of this? Biting off more than what you can chew. What is the meaning of this?
Giving commitment than whatever he can commit.
Sorry?
I mean, which he cannot fulfill. Committing the things which he cannot fulfill.
Committing the things which we cannot fulfill.
సామర్థ్యానికి మించి ఏమైనా ప్రామిస్ చేయడం.
Giving promises more than potential.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Giving promises more than potential.
Take on a commitment you cannot fulfill. Let me give you a very blazing example here. Well, let me give a very blazing example here. Bite off more than what you can chew is, imagine you are supposed to complete some of the optionals or open elective courses in your BTech. In addition to, 1 or 2 courses, you still take 2 or 3 more courses. That is where you are trying to bite more than what you can chew. You understand what I say?
Yes, sir.
Imagine you are given 2 accelerated courses or accelerating courses, something you have there. In addition to the 2 accelerating or open elective courses, if you still go for 2 more additional open elective courses on special request, on special demand, you might be biting more than what you can chew, because if you cannot justify that, you will be in a soup. You will end up in a soup. You will land in a soup. Therefore, all
fall in a soup.
Yeah, you will fall in a soup, or you will end up in a soup. Therefore, do not bite more than what you can chew. Don't try to bite more than what you can chew. This reminds me actually of a burger, big burger, veg burger or chicken, mutton burger, whatever you eat. Some of them, they bite more than what they can chew, and they actually spill everything on their shirt or on their dress, and they eat it in an ugly manner, ugly fashion. I hope you can now visualize or imagine the picture that I'm trying to bring to you. So don't bite more than what you can chew is that, or rather figuratively, by not taking the literal meaning of that, figurative meaning is take on a commitment you cannot fulfill. Right. Let me take you to with that example, let me take you to the next idiom or phrase, and that is biting your tongue. Bite your tongue. What is biting one's tongue or biting your tongue? Make a desperate effort to avoid saying something. Making a desperate effort to avoid saying something. Give me 1 second. Somebody is calling me constantly, and this is unavoidable. 1 second. Sorry, students, for that interruption. Okay. So biting your tongue is making a desperate effort to avoid saying something. For
This
instance,
happens usually in classes.
Exactly. Again, in Telugu also, you have an equal alternative for that. Exactly. In Telugu also, you have an equal alternative for that. That means it was just the slip of your tongue. You did not want to actually say that. By mistake, in that flow, you somehow shared it. That is when you bite your tongue. That's when you make a desperate effort to avoid saying. Then you try to control yourself, or you try to calm down. You try to cover it up, or whatsoever. Desperate here has again 3 synonyms. How many synonyms? 3 synonyms. By the way, what's the meaning of synonym? What's the meaning of synonym?
Meaning.
Huh?
Meaning.
It has the same meaning.
Similar meaning is synonym.
Similar meaning.
What is antonym?
Opposite meanings.
Opposite.
Okay. What is a homograph? What is a homograph and what is a homophone? See, homonyms are of 2 types actually. Actually, you don't have it in your syllabus. Only for your information, I'm giving this. Homonyms are of 2 types. Homo, same, nym, name. Homonym, same name. So homonyms are of 2 types. Homographs, homophones. Homograph, same spelling, different meaning. Graph is picture or spelling. Homophone, same sound. Spelling is different, meaning is different. I gave this also in the classroom several times. Homophone, best example is, homograph, best example is bank, B-A-N-K, bank. One bank is State Bank of India, another bank is River Bank, or River Bank. That is a homograph.
Bat.
Of course, bat also we can take because it is similar, same spelling. One bat is cricket bat, another bat is, bats that you see flying in the air. So that is homograph. Homophone, same sound. There are so many other examples of that sound. Same sound. What are they? Site, exactly. CITE site, SIGST site, and SITE site. CITE site is example or reference, quotation. SIGST site is eyesight, and SITE site is house plot, or land or whatsoever. Anyways, that's a different discussion. Actually, you don't have it in your syllabus too. So let's not waste our time unnecessarily on that. So wherever I get, I'm also give you this additional information or additional vocabulary posters for your easy understanding and for your language development, language improvement or enhancement, whatever you call it. Right. I think biting your tongue, we have finished doing this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, desperately, the meaning of desperateness here is, write down the synonyms: desperately, anxiously, eagerly. Write down all the three synonyms: desperately, anxiously, eagerly. Oh, I had one of my professors who used to use this all the time. Whenever he uses this word. So these are all adverbs. What are they? What are they?
Adverb.
Adverbs.
Adverbs.
What is an adverb? Words that are suffixed by ly are adverbs. Words that are generally words that are suffixed by ly are adverbs. See, desperately, anxiously, eagerly. Right? Of course, adverb, it modifies the meaning of a verb in a sentence. That's the actual definition of adverb. But to blindly notice or recognize an adverb in a sentence, it is based on the ly that is suffixed in the word, in a word or in that word. Okay, fine. So desperately, anxiously, eagerly. All these three synonyms or three adverbs, please make a note on them. There is a bad blood between. I mean, idioms and phrases are endless. It's a long list. It's a very big list. It takes a very, long time to discuss them. But whatever possible, as far as possible, as many
Your
number.
video is not visible, sir.
My video is not visible. No, it is visible.
No, sir, it is not visible, sir.
Stop it, sir. Only black screen is visible.
How come? 1 second. Give me 1 second. And these technical glitches, technical snacks will always be there here. But my camera is on, and I can see myself.
Yeah, it is visible, sir, now.
Now it's visible, sir.
See, that might be because of your internet connection problem. That is not my problem, actually. Because of your internet connection, it goes on and off.
No one can see, sir.
No one can see it. No, it is visible. Trisha, am I visible?
Now it's visible, sir.
Yeah,
But before 2 minutes, you are not visible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's because of your poor internet connectivity in between, which goes on and off in between, which breaks down and which, resumes, periodically or, often. Anyways, the next one is bad blood between. There is long-standing hostilities between the parties mentioned. Long-standing hostilities between the parties. For example, TDP and YSRC, or between TRS and BJP. Imagine. So there is long-standing hostilities between the parties mentioned. Okay, bad blood between them. That means the rule. Huh?
DMK, sir, in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu, DMK, AAD.
Not DMK.
So that means the relationship is not very healthy. Years are flying away, years are flying by, time is flying away. Still, there is they have that bad blood between the two parties. There is long-standing hostilities between the parties mentioned. Now, what is the meaning of hostility? What is the meaning of hostility? Strong dislike or strong rejection is called as hostility. According to Oxford Mini Dictionary, the meaning of hostility, hostile audience, strong dislike, strong rejection is hostility. I want all my students to be very brisk, very sharp, very alert, very attentive. Your memory power plays key role in language development, language enhancement. Your love for the language, memory power, and the way you keep yourself sharp, brisk, and alert, that will, help you to go great guns. What's the meaning of going great guns? Yesterday we discussed this idiom or phrase. Anybody in the classroom? Going great guns. What's the meaning of that?
Going faster energetically.
Going fast and energetically. That's called as going great guns. Right, great. Out of the blue. What is the meaning of out of the blue? That means without warning, very unexpectedly. Without warning, very unexpectedly. I was walking on that road. Out of the blue, somebody, he flew by bike. He just flew by bike and he snatched my chain on the road. You understand my example? These are the common news items that we read every day in the newspaper. Chain snatching that happens on the roads. So I was talking on my mobile phone. I went for a morning walk. Somebody, who rushed by bike. He was zooming past, on his bike. He grabbed my mobile phone and then he fled the scene. Fled the scene. He just vanished from that site, from that spot. He disappeared from that spot. What's the meaning of this out of the blue? That means suddenly something happening. Unexpectedly something happening. That is called out of the blue. I was talking on the mobile phone. This literally happened to one of my brother-in-laws. He went for a morning walk. He was speaking on the mobile phone and some thief, he came by bike. He grabbed his mobile phone from his hand and he, fled the scene. He disappeared from the scene. So flee, fled, fleeing. You also have another word there called as just like that, flee, fled, and then what is the other word? I'll let you know. Right, okay. Next one, a bone of contention. A bone of contention. A subject or issue over which there is continuing disagreement. The meaning of a bone of contention here is somehow there is a bone of contention about the property of his father between the two brothers. Write down this example, all of you. For example, somebody, let us take the example of Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, the sons of Dhirubhai Ambani. There is a bone of contention. Actually, Mukesh always helps Anil, and that's a different story. I'm just taking them as an example here, nothing else. There is a bone of contention about his paternal property, their paternal property between the two brothers. That means there is some disagreement. There is some disagreement about the, amicable settlement of the property. Amicable settlement of the property or equal distribution of the property between the two brothers. That is called a bone of contention. Or again, you can take India and Pakistan issue. There is a bone of, especially this is given in Hindu paper or some other standard English newspapers. There is a bone of contention between the two countries all the time. Especially about Kashmiri issue. Pakistan says it is ours, India says it is ours. There is a bone of contention about Pakistan, about Kashmir between India and Pakistan. Again, another blazing example. There is a bone of contention about Kashmir between India and Pakistan. You understand what I say? Everybody?
Sir.
I remember giving this example to everybody. Now tell me, where do we use each other? Where do we use one another? Can someone tell me in the classroom? I repeat, where do we use?
Each other between two, sir.
One another? One another? Okay, let me give this example. The trio kept the secret between them. What is the mistake in the sentence? The trio
Between
kept...
one another.
Among them.
Among them. You should remember 2 points here. 1 point is prepositions, between and among. 2 people between, more than 2 among. One another and what? Each other, preposition, pronouns. One another, each other, pronouns. You understand what I say, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you should be, very brisk and sharp and alert. That's the reason I always encourage all of you to take notes in the classrooms, memory power, that is the passion for language, love for language. When you have that passion for English, your presentation skills, your report writing, your letter writing, your précis writing will be totally, you will stand out from others. You understand what I say? You will stand out. What is standing out from others?
Being different from others.
You remain different from others. Imagine 10 people stand in a queue. You stand out from them. Your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your grammar, your expression, presentation, your confidence, authority, command, fluency, accuracy, whatever you call. Right? Understand? Right. How many phrases and idioms have we discussed today?
10.
10 phrases and idioms. It's almost 11:10, which is the end of class. I don't. Okay, let us do one more and let us close for today. What I want is, I don't want how much have we discussed. What I want is how much have you learned?
Understood.
How much have you understood? It is not the quantity that is important. It is the quality that is important. For me, quantity doesn't matter. Quality matters. Please make a note of that. Right. Next, maybe the last phrase or idiom for our discussion today in this class: burning the midnight oil. Burning the midnight oil, or burn the midnight oil. The meaning of this is reading late into the night. Right on, all of you. Reading late into the night, or work late into the night.
Usually software people do this.
Usually software people do this, or people who work in shifts, night shifts, they do this. We call them as bats. They work in the nights and sleep during the day, so they are bats. And for me, I'm totally against this. For me, the quotation for life is early to bed, early to rise makes a man.
This is not correct.
Yeah, that's not correct. Health-wise or wealth-wise, whatsoever. That's the reason I'm giving you this quotation. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Let me repeat. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. You will get 3 benefits here. You will get health, you will get wealth, you will also get, wisdom. So give your brain sufficient sleep. God has given us night to sleep and day to work. Don't do the reverse of it, and don't get affected by unnecessary health problems. I think with that, I will close it today. I hope the session has been meaningful and resourceful to all of you. If you have any doubts, you're welcome to shoot your doubts. If you don't have any doubts, I think I'll call it a day. What's the meaning of calling it a day? That's also an idiom or phrase. What's the meaning of that? If you don't have any doubts, I'll call it a day. What's the meaning of calling it a day? That means for English class, the day is over. For the rest of the classes, we still have the day. For English class, the day has come to an end. For the rest of the classes, the day is still in progress. That's the meaning of that. Thank you very much. Trisha, are you there in the group? Trisha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please don't forget to send
Yes,
those.
sir.
Please don't forget to send those numbers. Okay.
Okay, sir, I will send.
Thank you very much. Let me stop it here. Thank you. Have a nice day and enjoy a wonderful Republic Day tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.